Here's one of those brainworm ideas that I get, and unless I complete it, I won't stop thinking about it. So here it goes. A gay reading of Kronk's New Groove. Kronk's New Groove is one of those staple movies for me growing up. It was free, so my brother and I would watch it constantly. I've changed a lot since I was younger, and watching it now, I'm surprised how closely some elements are not only relatable to me, but the queer experience. The start of the film sets up who Kronk has become since we've last seen him. He's turned his life around and is happy. Happy in his way his father would not approve of. Poppy, Kronk's dad, sends him a letter, letting him know that he's coming for a visit. We found out that to make his dad proud, he needs a big house on a hill and a wife and kids. When we do find out about Kronk's childhood, and why he wants his father's approval so much, we see a clip of him when he was little. Kronk describes himself as different and having a hobby that doesn't fit with Poppy's ideals. In the scene, Kronk is in a feminine apron and oven mitts, baking for a group of squirrels. His father puts an end to this, and we see how it crushes Kronk. Baking and cooking, a hobby that is seen as feminine or gay, is one of Kronk's true joys, and his father doesn't want it to be. Another one of Poppy's requirements is for Kronk to have a big house on a hill. This ties into him having a wife and family, too. Both of these are a cis-het ideal. Queer people, by their very nature, break the standard and go against the norm. Kronk doesn't have these things, but he remains happy and fulfilled. The only reason he wants them is to please his father. Miss Birdwell is an interesting character in the way that she differs from your typical Disney love interest. Kronk is attracted to what are typically seen as masculine features, as opposed to her feminine ones. He sees her as a strong and driven woman, but that's not why he loves her. While this could say something about Kronk's sexuality, that's not why I bring it up. I bring it up because of the attraction, or rather what they perceive as attraction, that gay people sometimes feel for the opposite sex. Yes, Kronk loves her, but more than that, he recognizes how happy Poppy would be if he brought her home. When Poppy does arrive, Kronk and his friends scramble to cover up the truth and pretend that Kronk is living Poppy's ideal of a perfect life. This fails, and eventually he's found out. Kronk may not have what Poppy deems as acceptable, but he loves his life. To his surprise, his father accepts this, and is just happy that his son is. He gives Kronk his yearn for approval. I can't claim that Kronk himself is gay, but I recognize how closely his story relates to queer ones. He pushed away his desires and goals in exchange for his father's. Even though he fails, his dad approves of his life choices and loves him without condition. That's all a queer person can hope from their parent.